You know, there's this secret place, a universe that only you can ever enter. It's your mind, right? It's where your consciousness lives, where you think and feel and dream, and chances are it's completely unique. So just how different are all these secret universes inside our heads, and how connected are they really? Well, let's dive in and find out.
Okay, let's try a quick experiment together. Right now, I want you to imagine an apple. Go on, you can even close your eyes if you want. You got it? Now, what do you actually see in your mind's eye? Because believe it or not, your answer reveals something absolutely stunning about our inner worlds.
So get this. The variety in what people see is just fascinating. Some of you are probably picturing a photorealistic red apple, right? So crisp you could almost bite it. But for others, maybe it's just a simple 2D shape or even just a colorless outline. And then there are people who see no image at all, just the abstract idea of an apple. It's wild. This one simple test shows just how incredibly different our internal universes can be, even when we're all thinking about the exact same thing. So, if our minds are all so different, where did they even come from in the first place? Well, there's this really fascinating idea that minds didn't evolve for, deep thoughts or philosophy. They originally evolved for something super practical, to control movement. Yeah, it's all built around this concept called the mind gap. Think of it like this. It's that crucial pause, that little bit of time between sensing something in the world, like, say, a predator or some food, and actually reacting to it. It's this mental space that gives an animal a chance to stop, process what's happening, and make a way better decision instead of just acting on pure reflex. I mean, before this gap existed, life was, well, a lot simpler. For billions of years, you'd have a cell that senses food and just automatically moves toward it. Sense, react. That's it. No hesitation, no strategy. But as you can imagine, as life got more complex, that simple reflex just wasn't going to cut it anymore. And this is where things get really cool. Evolution basically started running all these amazing experiments, creating this incredible gallery of different minds. And each one has its own unique version of that mind gap. So let's take a look at how this whole thing builds, starting with one of the simplest minds out there. Okay, so let's take the humble roundworm. It's only got 302 neurons, so its mind is, incredibly basic. But here's the thing, even it can learn that something is bad, remember that experience for a few hours, and actually change its behavior because of it. It's a tiny, tiny mind gap for sure, but hey, it's a start. All right, now let's jump way up to the honeybee. We're talking about 1 million neurons now. Its mind gap is so much larger, and it's filled with unbelievably rich information. A bee literally builds this huge mental map of its territory, right? It's cross-referencing flower locations with the sun's position. It can even take shortcuts, which is the key thing, because that proves it's navigating a real internal map, not just blindly following a scent. And then you get to the octopus. Talk about a completely different evolutionary experiment. It's got 500 million neurons, and its mind is just so strange because it's distributed. Get this, 60% of its neurons are actually in its arms, and those arms can taste, touch, and even make their own minor decisions, kind of semi-independently from the main brain. I mean, this just perfectly illustrates how truly alien another consciousness could be. What does that even feel like? Is an octopus experiencing the world as one single unified consciousness? Or is it more like a committee of smaller minds all working together to be one being? It's mind-boggling. We can only guess. But okay, other minds took a totally different path. Some birds, like the scrub jay, developed this incredible new skill, and this quote just shows it perfectly. When a scrub jay is hiding food and it notices another jay watching, it actually makes a plan. It'll come back later when it thinks it's alone and re-hide the food. Now this is the crucial part. It's not just thinking about the food. It's thinking about what another bird is thinking. And that leap right there, the ability to simulate another mind inside your own, well, that is the perfect gateway to what makes the human mind so, so extraordinary. For us, this whole thing starts really early. At around 18 months old, a human maybe looks in a mirror and, for the very first time, has this realization. That reflection, that's me. And this is such a profound moment. It's the first step in understanding not just that you exist, but that you exist as an object in other people's worlds. It's the moment you realize, I see, but I am also seen. So this self-awareness, it's the first step in a kind of feedback loop that really defines us as a species. It starts with the simplest layer, just your own thoughts, your own needs. Simply put, I think. But then, of course, we add another layer of complexity. We start simulating what's going on inside someone else's head. I think about what you think. Remember? That's exactly what the Scrub Jay was doing. And then humans take it to a whole new, extraordinary level. We turn that simulation back on ourselves. I think about what you think about me. And we can keep adding layers to this. This deep, recursive social simulation, that is the superpower of the human mind. I mean, this ability to basically live inside each other's heads is the foundation for almost everything we think of as human. It's where our moral conscience comes from, worrying about our reputation. It's what allows us to cooperate in these massive societies with total strangers. And it gave birth to one of our most defining obsessions, storytelling. Which brings us to a final and kind of beautiful paradox about that secret universe inside your head. Turns out, it might not be nearly as private as you think. I mean, think about it for a second. What is a story, or a movie, or a comic book? It's one human inviting all of us into their mind. They are literally sharing their internal simulations of people who don't exist, of events that never even happened. And by doing that, they transport ideas about morality, values, courage directly into our minds. And this leads to a really mind-bending conclusion. That deeply personal, secret inner world that you live in, the place where you feel like you are most truly yourself, well, it's not a solo project. No, in a very real sense, your mind is a collaboration. It has been shaped and built by the voices, the ideas, and the stories of countless other people. Your parents, your friends, even authors and filmmakers who died centuries ago. All the stories you've ever absorbed have helped build this universe inside you, one that is completely and uniquely your own. So, if our minds are fundamentally social, if they're filled with the stories of everyone who came before us, it really just leaves us with one final important question. You are part of this incredible chain, this great collaboration of consciousness. So, what story will you add to it?